All right, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's the Jennifer and Marilyn and Jennifer show. Woohoo! All right.
Yay!
We are back. Tell me about, first of all, before we jump in. So you experienced your own zombie apocalypse the last little while, right?
Oh my
Tell
gosh,
us what happened.
all these hurricanes that are coming through. We keep getting all of these bands and bands of rain. We've had just days and days of rain to the point where I'm like, Washington D.C. is just under gray
It's
skies,
gonna
and it's just
it's gonna drown.
it's going to drown. And without electricity, it's amazing how many things you cannot do.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'm so glad. Just so everybody knows, she was talking to me, texting me from her phone in the dark last week, saying, "I don't know if I'm going to get power back by the time we need to go live," and so that's why we were dark on this
Yeah.
episode. So I'm just glad you're back. I'm glad you're safe.
Well, thank
I'm
you.
glad everything. And apparently, the East Coast is just getting the crap beat out of you guys.
Yeah.
So,
Woo.
man.
It's bad. It's really bad. It's one of those ones that makes you go, okay, where can I move to where their weather isn't this insane?
Utah. It's
the most beautiful
I
place.
love it here. Yeah, I love it here. Dry heat. It's not swelter when it's 100 degrees. It's not sweltering to ugly, horrible. It's really nice. But enough of the weather.
Okay.
I hear you have been drowning not just in rain and hurricanes, but in some mythology.
So recently I was just looking through, because I'm always interested in what people are teaching because I'm so passionate about financial literacy. So, I love teaching my first time home buyer class. And so many people say, you've been in real estate for almost 25 years now. Why do you teach a first time home buyer class? And I'm like, because most people don't get the basics. And when they get the basics wrong and then they keep trying to buy, they make bigger and bigger and bigger and more expensive mistakes. So I was going through another person who teaches credit, and I read some stuff recently, and I thought, oh my gosh, we need to do some myth busting because I need to know, is this true or not? Because I think someone might be teaching bad stuff, Meryl.
That's weird that somebody would promulgate a falsity or misrepresentation or a myth. Let's take a look. And by the way, just so everybody knows, I don't know what she's going to ask. This is on the fly. I'm going to be dodging myth bullets here. So
we wanted to make it interesting. So this one is entitled The Undercover Agent Secret to Fast Credit. This technique was supposedly developed for undercover FBI agents who needed to quickly establish a positive credit history for their aliases.
Okay.
We need some 007 music. Get yourself a credit angel by having a family member or close friend with stellar credit history add you to one of their credit card accounts. Make extra sure the angel has good credit, as it can also result in adding poor credit to your file. So,
wah, wah, wah. We know this one is just bad juju. It's not even it supersedes myth. This has gone into, are you kidding me? Let's destroy your personal profile before you even have a chance. So what they're talking about, guys, there's two ways to do it. You can do it with the family, or you can go to a trade line salesperson online who sells trade lines. All they're selling you is access to his authorized user, and an authorized user helps build a score, but it does nothing for fundability because you don't get any street cred, you don't get any FICO cred, you don't get underwriting credibility when somebody else pays the bill. So we're going to label this one, and Sky, you may want to add this to our thing, but wrong. This is a myth. This is not just a myth. It is a horrible misrepresentation of how the system works. No bueno.
Yeah, that's the undercover agent's secret to
verdict.
Fast credit.
There we go. Verdict.
Myth.
Let's do misrepresentation and anything else you think. All right, let's knock out the next one.
Next one is begin applying. I'm like, these are literally step-by-step instructions. Begin applying for as many Let me repeat that. As many credit lines as possible.
Ma. All right. Horrible, horrible. This is another.
Wait, let me say the
sorry.
other
We're not
sentence
even
here.
finished.
Continue applying until you get denied credit.
All right. So, horrible recommendation. You don't, first of all, this is so wrong in so many ways, right? Verdict. Myth. All right. So, first things first. The first problem is that you are allowed 2 inquiries, 1 per 6 month per bureau, without affecting your score. Anything above that, credit cards. So you can go for more mortgages and auto loans without harming your score, but going for unsecured credit, whether it's personal or business, unsecured credit has the highest negative impact on a number of different accounts. So you're allowed 2, 1 per 6 months before it starts harming you. So apply until you get denied. You're going to get a whole bunch of inquiries that are going to stay on your credit report, counting against your score for 12 months. And it is the most unsophisticated borrower behavior to just have a slew. You're chasing money. You're literally chasing money. All right. Next, there's also what's called the 524 rule, which means that any applications will be denied after you have 5 approvals within a 24-month period. Not a 3-month period or a 6-month or a 12-month period. 24 months, you'll get denied every time. So do not follow this suggestion. This suggestion you want, and it doesn't tell you tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, or tier 4. Most people are going to go for tier 4 accounts because they don't know tier 4 are finance companies that's going to ruin your personal profile and make you unfundable for years to come. So, thank you for playing. Thank you for playing.
Oh my gosh.
Totally a myth.
Before I go on to the next one, and I have another juicy one. This one's going to be an interesting one. But I'm curious if you'll just explain a little bit for anyone who's listening and they don't understand what the difference is between tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 credit cards.
Okay. Oh, you want me to explain it? So tier 4, I was like, I'm waiting for, okay, yes, I'm willing to do that. Oh, you already said it. So tier 4 are finance companies and predatory lenders, subprime lenders, fintech companies. We just learned about a fintech company that's now doing HELOCs backed by investor dollars. So it's a real estate loan, but you're still getting, and it's a credit card. It's not even a line of credit where you can write a check. It's literally a credit card backed by the equity of your home. And you get the FICO, the negative indicator saying it's a consumer finance account. Horrible. So everything in tier 4, guys, is horrible. Everything in tier 1, go for it. Everything, because those are your big national banks: Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and a Citi. There's tier 2 banks, which are regional banks. If it has depository branches that you could go in and apply in those branches, that is a tier 2 and it's regional. Tier 3 are national credit unions and savings and loan like USAA, Pentagon, Penn Fed, Navy Fed. Those are tier 3, but also your local credit unions and your local community banks. Those are all tier 3. So we recommend you start from the top. Tier 1 only. If you need a tier 2, maybe, but tier 3 is only if you have to. Tier 4 is never under any circumstance. That
definitely need some more sound effects, and we need to get some like 007 music for the secret agent things that you should do, not the secret agent
dun. Mission Impossible, right?
There's your Mission Impossible. Okay, ready for the next one? What are we on?
Number 3.
Okay, so number 3. Now, this one I thought was really interesting. So this is, again, instructions. So the good news is there is a way to capture good credit histories from non-reporting creditors. The Federal Trade Commission has advised credit bureaus that when a report has been created with a negative action and against a debtor, that person may add a creditor's name that will provide positive credit information to show a favorable credit history. Okay, man.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
Basically, what there's there we go. Myth. Okay. But this is not even a myth. This is a misrepresentation, right? So here's the problem. What they're basically saying is if you have a derogatory account, you get to come over here and say, yes, but here's a utility bill I pay on time. They should be considered equally. And the credit bureau has to report this trade line that I designate. Let's say I have 10 non-credit accounts. 7 of them are negative, but 3 are positive. I get to pick the 3 positive ones to show that I have good borrower behaviors. And not even close. And more importantly, do you think Chase is going to give you a $20,000 credit card based on your utility bill? Even if it was true, do you think they're going to give you a $20,000 credit card based on your utility bill payments? Once again,
Nope.
Not true. Not even close. Never has been. Never will be. These are great. I can't wait afterwards for you to tell me who this is, because I'm going to lambast them on the mark. I'm going to lambast them on publicly. This is not okay. This is the stuff that gets promulgated out into the world that just makes. Imagine all the people having fundability. I mean, I don't understand. People want to, people want to feel special. I want to feel special, but at least me wanting to feel special and offering something special to the marketplace is based on the truth as validated by lender underwriting software and FICO underwriting software.
Right.
So I get to feel special by telling everything else is a myth. Great. I'm guilty as charged, but at least I'm pulling the plug on the damn myths, because this is not okay. This person very well may be influential and is telling people gobs of garbage. Whew. I think
people are paying a lot to get into the class that's teaching this. And so it's part of the reason. I got chills down my spine when I was reading some of them, and I thought, okay, this is a great topic. And quite frankly, we could do this again next week, because I got a couple other juicy ones. But I know we're almost out of time now, and I just want to want to highlight. Let's do it
next week too. We'll do part 2. So Sky, we're going to do myth busting part 2 with Jennifer Hammond. All right. So let's do that, because we're close on time, but let's plan on doing that. And I know who this is, because I know who you've been working with, and we've got to get me on that stage.
Oh, it's a different person.
Different still.
No, it's a totally different person. I guarantee you probably haven't guessed the person, although I think they live pretty close to you in that beautiful Utah area.
Damn. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us. This is Merrill Chandler and Jennifer Hammond, and we're doing today is Credit Myth Busting episode 1. We're going to come into episode 2, and she's literally reading out of an instruction manual where people pay a boatload of money to learn how to build credit, and every one of these are going to crash and burn, just like so many have before. All right. Jennifer, it's always a delight. I'm glad you're not up to your eyeballs in water. And it's swimming. It's always a delight. All right.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Have a great day, and we'll see you guys next week.